ma'am, in our last session, you said Sanatana Dharma is for the entire mankind. Right. It is one of the basic philosophies wherein we learn how to live with nature. If that was the case, why did even Jainism and Buddhism come into existence in India?
See, Buddhism came only around 6th century. And Jainism existed even before that. Right from the beginning it existed. In fact, when I did research, it is a parallel thing which was developed along with our Sanskrit language. That is, Prakrit language was common man's language. Sanskrit was the elite Hindu class people. Upper caste, if I have to be more clear, it is upper caste people's language. Sanskrit was one language which was an hindrance to common man. Second thing was the tenets of our Hindu philosophy given by the born Brahmana of those, not the sages and the seers of people who gave us the Vedas and Upanishads and the Veda Vyasa and all. I am not talking about them. Veda Vyasa granted children even for the servant of the palace. We should understand. We have got a lot of things to learn from Mahabharata. There is no class difference is not there, but how people can cause problem taking that as the aspect was given by Mahabharata, which we have to overcome. That's the message given by Mahabharata. Not that follow that. Not to follow that. Understand and not to follow wherever we are not supposed to follow. This is the lesson.
Where it should not be followed. Also we should know.
Yeah. So here, when the Buddhism came, you should understand that who is Siddhartha? Siddhartha is a Hindu. Only thing is, all of a sudden when he saw some suffering in the mankind, he thought that what is this suffering? He could not answer his own self. He could not really console himself. So he left the family and went. That means to that extent, the education given to Siddhartha was not as strong as personality to be inculcated in a son of a king. Whose fault is that? It is not the fault of Hinduism. Even today we err in giving. Hinduism is not only, today what they think, Hinduism means rituals, Hinduism is temples.
Correct.
We are narrowing down our philosophy which is eternal to mankind to one particular aspect. Very unfortunate it is. It is one of the aspects. Rituals and temples and worshipping and all, it is one of the aspects. It is the aspect of Hinduism. So this is where things are misunderstood and mismanaged. And people are getting confused. So when he went, suffering is the thing. So he thought that he wanted to go within. He wanted to know why the suffering is there. Why I should come across this. If suffering is there, what is luxury? What is happiness? What is pain? What is pleasure? What is starvation?
The same questions which the sages asked.
Do you understand?
You told us in the last episode. The sages also questioned themselves all these questions.
If that sick person, the dead body is there, then why I should be born? If I am born, if I am leading with a youthful life and very happy life, why should I go to that old age problem? Even today, I also feel, everybody will feel that at times, why are we born? Why can't I die? But can I die?
No.
Death is not the end. Death is not the solution for us. And death is not the end of our birth and death procedure also, which we should know. So why am I born so one person is low, one person is very rich, one person is very gifted, one person is not gifted, one is really blessed by all the qualities. Even small things like height, weight, complexion. Forget about richness, intellectual aspect. So many people are suffering because of that. All these questions, can be really digested by really following the principles of our Hinduism, which are elementary aspects to get on to the ladder of liberation. Basically, the decoction is Hinduism only.
Okay.
Strong decoction is Hinduism only. For that, to make it more sweeter, more acceptable, they added sugar and milk.
Okay.
But decoction is Hinduism only.
Okay.
They cannot do away with it. Can you prepare coffee without decoction?
Not possible.
Not possible. On Jainism, they have taken ahimsa, main thing. Buddhism has taken love. Did you understand? The love is a basic necessity of mankind. We have touched everything, the complete aspects of mental thing, and which can take you to the spiritual level. We wanted to first manasik, the niyantran, shravana, manana, nididhyasana and all. That is the stages of learning we gave to make them understand what they are, how they are taken. Now, for example, in Bhagavad Gita it says that Uddared atmanatmanam atmanam avasadayet Atmaiva atmano bandhuho atmaiva ripuratmanaha. Isn't it? This is a basic thing. You are the friend for yourself, you are the enemy for yourself, you are the person responsible for digging your own grave. Nobody can do anything for you. You are thinking, you are blaming. This is given by Hinduism. You cannot blame the fate, you cannot blame the God. But you shift the responsibility to something else and you surrender to something and then say that they have to give solution. That is not Hinduism. Now, for example, you asked Buddha. So when Buddha gave this, it is given, Buddha is awakened. He got awakened to the pain and pleasure of life. He thought that attachment should not be there. We should only take detached life, totally detached, renunciation. But in our Hinduism, there is no such thing. Our seers and saints, our Brahmavadins and Brahma yogis and all, they were with family. Yajnavalkya was with family. They never ruled out family life. You cannot run away. They don't allow you to run away from the family, run away from the relationship and go and sit in the Himalaya mountain and do penance. No, like that in isolation they have not asked you to experience yourself. You have to be in the family, you have to be in the society, you have to be in the midst of the pain and pleasure, happiness and unhappiness, everything. But still you should come out of it. This is the very important philosophy. There is a very good story. I forget that name of the Kshitiraja or some king, I think. And his wife's name is very interesting, Chudala. I think I remember. And he was this lady was very philosophical. There's a lot of difference between religious and philosophical and spiritual. The person who is philosophical will be spiritual. Ours is not just religion, ours is philosophical and spiritual. So this lady, what she does, that man was very egoistic and he only did this, so much he was, I think he was nurturing his ego so much. This lady was very subtle in her pursuits and very calm. And then he says, after was one fine morning, he says, no, I want to achieve the highest thing. I will go, and he will renounce everything. One fine morning he will renounce everything and go to the forest. He goes there. He goes almost for years, he goes and then he starts meditating and all, it goes on. So one fine morning he comes across a lady saint. Lady saint he comes across. Then the dialogue goes on between them. Then when the dialogue goes on between them, then she asks, what for have you come? Then he thinks Devi has a really incarnation. Then he says that, no, I have renounced everything and come. And you have renounced everything? Yes. What all you renounced? He says, I have renounced my kingdom, I renounced everything. I have renounced my beautiful wife. Then she says, you are unfit for self-realization. You are unfit for self-realization. You will never get realization and you will never get liberated. he gets angry. He asks, what do you mean by that? Then she says that, who are you to renounce a beautiful, say that I have renounced my beautiful wife. That means still your ego is there. Still you are talking in terms of I renounced. You never told, I came here to know myself. Never you uttered that word. Never, that means you have not realized. Then she had gone in disguise, no? So she reveals that. Then he surrenders. So that's what I told you. In our Shruti it says that first Pashu to be given Bali in our Yajna is our SELF, ego-oriented self, which is completely covered by Krodha, Moha, Mada, Matsya. This you have to give Bali. That is our Yajna. So let us come back to Buddha's issue. He was a Siddhartha, he was a Hindu, and early Brahminism was there in their kingdom. Everything was there. From that only extract they have taken. Even Jainism also, it's not that Vedas it might not accept, direct mantras it may not accept. Again, the extract of it you can find there. Ahimsa is there, but ahimsa in Hinduism is how it is different from Jainism. If you say it is total ahimsa, they say
rigid ahimsa.
Even small insect you cannot, but that is not possible. That's not possible. But they want to practice that. Okay, that is their religious thing. But in ahimsa of our Hindu dharma is intentionally, if you are doing anything, intentionally, it cannot be accepted. It has to. If you don't correct any crime and violence and bad deeds and ill will and all those things, then you are committing the crime according to abetting a crime itself is the biggest crime in Hinduism. Somebody is doing something wrong and you say, oh, I am a very sattvic person, I don't interfere. That is the greatest crime you are committing. When something is going on wrong,
you have to stop that.
Now, for example, so many riots are going on, so many happenings are happening. See, one thing is in our philosophy, neither you should attack nor you should get attacked.
Okay. Nor you should get attacked also is there.
In the wrong way. Then how humanity will evolve? See, evolution is that you are talking about scientific evolution, isn't it? Scientific evolution, how did it come? Some unicellular organisms to multicellular organisms. There is evolution even in our philosophical aspect. Over a period, man thought that we should not kill animals, we should not eat flesh, we should not damage the forest resource, we should not pollute the water. It has also got life. Agni has got inherent power to really creation. All these things are there. But today are we doing? See, that's what I am telling. That philosophy has not been passed down to us. We grab the forest land, we pollute the lakes.
All this is himsa only.
Himsa only.
So they meant ahimsa to be this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can explain in great length. Sitting here, if I think bad of you, that's the greatest himsa I have caused, not for you, caused for myself. It's that jealousy and all, it is giving negative chemicals in the body. When negative chemicals are generated in the body, I think our body gets polluted. When body gets polluted, soul is not accepting that. See, external purification is one of the aspects, but we have got Baswana has told that Antaranga Shuddhiye Bahiranga Shuddhi. Purandaradasa has told that Horege Mindu Odege Miyadava Kandu Nagutidda Namma Purandaram Vitala. Mindalli Mindu Sri Shailada Kageyante Palavenu. You go on following some rituals is not enough. You have to go within. Our philosophy is to go within.
So then does it mean that whenever a ritual is being told, like maybe doing a yajna, so that should be happening both like outwards also, inwards also?
Outward action alone should not stop.
Stop.
Actually, when you do yajna, you should get reformed and purified. But you think that God will bless and make you purified. God has no better business, is it? Krishna says, Na kartrutvam na karmani sujati prabhu na karma phala sayogam swabhavasta pravartate. If you waste your time, you have to starve. I am not telling you to waste time. I have created everything for you. It is for you to take. If you take this, it is that. Again, cause and effect relationship.
Then what is the use of God? I mean, I should not say use of God. Then God's existence will lose its... because I see always people telling that I've left it to God. You know.
After doing your duty, you leave it to God.
Okay. Okay.
A student sitting and praying, oh, Ganesha, Ganeshaya Nama, Ganeshaya Nama. So I have prayed, I have left it to God. I will go to examination hall and then I must get marks, and that is not allowed in our Hinduism. First Karma Yoga. First do your deed. When Arjuna fails to do his duty, the Bhagavad Gita starts. The preceptor Krishna comes. The Guru comes. How can you not fight? You are a Kshatriya. Now I am a Hindu. Something harm is happening to my Hinduism, for my this one. How can I keep quiet? Let my life go, but I should not give up. Isn't it? But Hinduism, which is inherent in our philosophy, not the one which we are really doing today, I think it has taken a commercial angle. It has taken a religious angle. It has taken a superstitious angle. But it has got rational, scientific vision it has got spiritual mission it has got. Hinduism with scientific vision and spiritual mission only has given rise to great scientific concepts in our early scriptures. If you want, I can quote, in the next session I'll give you. All the discovery, most of the discoveries in science, it is already inherent in our scriptures, which is there. Your Pythagoras theorem, your atomic theory. But we should understand that even in Jainism, they say that Samyak Darshana Jnana Charitrani Moksha Margaha. Look at, they have given, practically they have given. They made it little simplified version of it they gave. That's what I am telling. Knowledge, when you make it very complicated and not understandable and not givable, I think they lose interest in that. If you make it mathematics very tough, children will lose. But playfully, if you teach them, they learn. Playfully, we don't teach them. Mathematics is in life. Equation is in life. Isn't it? That we don't teach them properly. What is subtraction? What is addition? It's children crack their head. Oh, addition, oh, subtraction. But are we giving it in the simple form?
No.
We are two, but one person goes off. Then how many are left with? One. So with the things around only. This is what happened to our Hinduism. While giving, we have not given to reach out to en masse of our country. And there also, Buddhism took love. Love is acceptable. Acceptance of all. Here also little bit went wrong in our, I don't know whether still I am doubting how it happened, because in early Vedic period, Upanishadic period, even
they
in
used to accept
Mahabharata,
everything,
I think there was no difference. Even Dronacharya refused to give education to Ekalavya not because of his caste. People talk about that. But he was committed, he had committed to the royal kingdom that he will teach only the children of royal kingdom.
But later on, Dronacharya will come to Ekalavya and apologize also.
Apologize is a simple thing, that different. but he wanted such a great archer to be remembered forever in an indirect manner. Even if he had retained his thumb, he would have fought with Arjuna, this and that, again like Karna it would have been. But here, the Ekalavya is made immortal and eternal, that he wanted to do it because he realized the Guru Bhakti which Ekalavya had towards him. Because always gurus, they want their Shishyas to be remembered forever.
No selfish motive at all with the Guru.
But of course, see, all gurus are finally human beings, I am telling you.
True.
Gurus first we have to evolve. Then only we can teach. If I am not evolved, how can I give you? If I realize only, I can give you the crystal clear knowledge to you. See, the philosophy can be given at various levels, our Hindu philosophy. Highest way also I can give you. But if you don't understand, what is the use? If you don't practice, what is the use? Chanting mantras, should really refresh you and revive you and relieve you from all your commotions and crises.